Hi, Cancer Moons. Thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care 144. Very happy, grateful, and truly blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their moon sign in the zodiac sign of Cancer. Unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For this reading, I will be doing a 6-card spread using the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. I'm going to go ahead and begin shuffling and split the deck, and we'll get started. Just sit back and relax. And I do hope that these messages are helpful for you. Alright, so your first deck, or your first card, excuse me, we have is the Ace of Cups. I'm speechless. You're loving yourself. You're loving yourself. You're taking very good care of yourself. I feel that this has been a learning lesson for you. There was a particular instance or incident or something that took place with another person in particular. But the situation was eye-opening for you, and we did have a we're coming from a full moon. We had a new moon yesterday. This reading is timeless, but I do feel seeing the different moon phases there. There was a shift within you that took place, and I feel like if this has not taken place, then this is the onset of that. And as you move towards the end of the month, towards the full moon energy, the meaning of this Ace of Cup and the representation of this Ace of Cup, I do feel that for some of you, like I'm seeing a connection with Piscean energy. This is Cups energy, which is your energy, and then a Fucus Scorpio, and Pisces. I'm getting, like I feel that for a lot of you, you may have a very significant placement of Pisces in your chart. That, and you are also connecting with a Pisces, someone who has very strong Pisces. And this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be platonic as well. But I feel that this Piscean in a particular phase has been eye-opening for you and has been helping you to awaken and go through another ascension cycle. And again, if this has not taken place yet, then I feel that this is beginning to take place for you, or will be taking place for you very soon. The waters run very deep with your emotion, but I feel that with this phase that I'm feeling for you, that there's a particular thing that's coming to the surface. And I'm getting the energy of two different Pisces just because I'm seeing two different sets of fish. Two fish is the symbol for Pisces. And this is just kind of like looking at the card. Like, I'm not really going too deep into the card. It's just what's right there. It's like a surface. I'm getting surface being the key word. Things coming to the surface of something, moving past the surface, going beyond the surface. All in the energy of this Ace of Cups here. And that Ace of Cups energy is the filling up of one's own cup and loving oneself. I do feel that there's some heartache, some tears that have been shed or will be shed due to some sadness and something that has to be moved on from. But in this moving on, with that release of that water and that energy that's coming from you and that cleansing, it's opening your third eye even more. There's always room for increase and improvement. So I do feel that a lot of you may be learning this as well, that as you continue to go through levels, it doesn't just stop at a particular level where you feel that you've been heightened. It continues to rise. And that energy there may be that Piscean help or assistance, whether it seems like assistance or not. But that Piscean assistance is there to help you and assist you and guide you, be a part of your journey or this cycle or this phase. This particular instance that is taking place for you that's going to be eye-opening for you. And there's nothing to fear. I feel that this is just speaking to the stage that you're developing into and what you're truly ready for, that you have been preparing yourself for. I feel very strongly and internally. The dawning of a new day for you, where you're coming into greater emotional fulfillment and less codependency and being in a more pristine state. You're leveling up and becoming more glossy and feeling more into your royalty. I really love the intensity of this card with all of the different pictures and how they're all combining to come together. I'm seeing this overall as like a floral bouquet, but it's a filled up vase. It's like a deconstructed recipe, but it's a deconstructed flower bouquet where we have the water, instead of the water being inside the vase, it's surrounding the vase and supporting, and that being the emotion, where I do feel that is mainly coming from you. But with the fish that are floating in there as well, that energy and their spirit is also residing in that water as well. There's a combination of that that's blending to help make a nice mixture for the flowers that are growing from this vase, which is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups being filled by your emotion and your tears. And I was picking up on sadness, but I feel like it's a combination of both happy and sad. Just due to that balance and seeing the two different moon phases that are there. And with that sadness, like, I'm getting the balsamic phase of the moon cycle. So I would look into that. I do believe that that is a phase that comes after the full moon. So that phase where I was getting that full moon energy, whenever you're reading this, or whenever you're getting this reading, but that moon energy, that full moon is, again, going to be taking place at the end of the month here. Or towards the end of the month. I shouldn't say at the end of the month. And then that balsamic phase will take place after that full moon. I feel that that's a particular time for you that's very important for you. So Ace, this is a new beginning. This has nothing to do with anything from the past, but everything with the new. These are very intense readings. I feel like that's where why I came to a pause at the beginning of seeing this card. The last couple of readings, the first card was the Death card. I feel this is very symbolic with that and tied to that, and the way that you are communicating as well with what it is that you are coming into with this new beginning in that Ace there. Ace is speaking to winning overall with the one energy, also magician energy, and then the feeling of leadership, individuality, independence, and the importance of you. There was a lot of time spent on this first card. I would say that also speaks to the specialness of this energy and what is taking place for you currently or will be taking place for you. Your second card. Yeah. We have is the Ten of Swords here. So seeing this through the mountains, there may be some of you who have traveled, but I do feel that this is that third eye energy where you're tapping more into that, into the deepness and the depth, like the depth of you, you're expanding on this and moving even further, where I feel like getting that feeling of where you didn't think it was possible, you're finding that it's possible. And in this new beginning, I do feel that as you're coming into a new, I don't feel that this is you. I feel that this is the onset of change that you're bringing in, where that sadness may be in the knowing and the wisdom that with the pain and the hurt that you have transitioned from, coming out of that and moving into this Ace of Cups here, that some feelings were going to be hurt in the process. And I feel that this is taking place with someone that you may be connecting to. I'm not getting that this is you. I feel that in you starting a new beginning, it's just that what you may be leaving behind and what is no longer resonating with you cannot come with you. Ten of Swords energy is also speaking to the movement into a new beginning. And so with that Ace of Cups energy and moving into that Ace energy, again, I feel that's the catalyst for a connection, something that you've been connected to or someone that you have been connected to that is bringing about a Ten of Swords, where it's giving the energy of what could feel like potential pain and heartbreak, or feeling like one has been or being stabbed in the back. You can see here that the swords aren't necessarily touching this energy here. And so I do feel that with this energy, you may be dealing with an air sign, someone who is going through their own cycle, cycling through healing of the mind state. With that air energy there, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. That 10 is breaking down into a 1 and also coming into an Ace. So I don't feel there's any energy of anyone behind you or in front of you. I feel that you're connecting and aligning with a particular individual. And these are the experiences that are happening for the both of you here. We're also to that melancholy feeling where I'm getting both the energy of sadness and happiness, having a connection and being connected to someone in particular, but with your intuitiveness, I feel that you are with that and seeing the third eye, you're in the knowing of what is taking place with this Ten of Swords. seeing, you know, and understanding that this is a part of the journey. And that, I mean, that Piscean energy, I feel this may be that Pisces that you are connecting to. But someone who is healing the energy of air sign energy. So being an air sign, but also having Pisces energy, I'm just getting that there's a healing of a mental state and the way one has been looking at things or perceiving things, where they may feel that there's a lot to bear. And I feel it's just a matter of organization, lifting oneself up, and taking their power back. I feel thriving in the energy of those flowers there too. Like it's healing. I see it just as healing, like this energy laying down on the ground there with these flowers here, with those swords coming down. But they're not in. They're surrounding. Almost like it's like an Eight of Swords type energy where one is feeling like they're in prison. Or even a Nine of Swords. 8, 9, 10. That could be significant. But this Ten of Swords speaking to an overall ending that's coming. These are pretty deep and intense feelings. Again, that brings me back to the energy of your energy and then that Piscean energy that's running very deep here. But for the most part, I do like that we have this Ace of Cups here as your first card. I just feel like there's a working through. And this could also be mirroring energy, and that also being a part of that melancholy feeling, where you may have experienced this Ten of Swords moving into that Ace of Cups energy that not necessarily forced you to move into this Ace of Cups, but was like a pushing force for you, and you being connected to a certain person, knowing that this Ten of Swords, just as it happened for you, would be happening for someone you're connecting to, because it's a part of the cycle in order to move into something greater. But this person, again, they're surrounded with a very good earth energy with the mountains there and then the flowers. I do feel that this is just kind of speaking to going through a dark night of the soul and working through that and healing of the mind. And coming into greater knowledge and wisdom for oneself. And greater strength as well. As that 10 will break down to a 1, moving into a new beginning with an ace. The third card we have is the Empress. So with this following the Ten of Swords, I feel that you are connecting to an Empress energy who is very strong in that Piscean energy. Also in the air energy, the Empress is a culmination of all 4 queens. And this is not gender specific, so just take it as it resonates. But what I'm getting with this Empress energy, it kind of explains why I was picking up on those different energies for who it is that you're connecting to. I feel that you're being strong for yourself, but you're also being strong for, I would say, the one that I'm picking up on that you're connecting to, but also possibly for many others. As I was seeing, like I said, when I was first looking over this card, like the energy of 2 fish and 2 fish, but I'm also seeing like different tails, looking a little bit more into this card. So there could be other people too that You know, you're keeping your own cup filled, and it's in overflow where you're able to give love to others that are going to be in need. That I feel that you're just aware of this and in the knowing, seeing what is going to be taking place. And so picking up on that Empress energy, I do feel that this Empress, with this swallowing the Ten of Swords, has experienced the Ten of Swords and is moving into a similar Ace energy here that is meant for their purpose. It's all designed to help them to become stronger. As we can see, we have this Empress energy where I do feel from that Ten of Swords has helped this energy of the Empress to thrive and to become even more powerful. And this all being a part of the design. Very strong energy of a mother energy. Someone who's very caring. Very beautiful, graceful, flowing. A very strong energy of majesty. Someone who can call to the life around them and connect. Someone who sings. I'm hearing singing. There's a red belt around this Empress as well, where I do feel that's tied to the promise of protection. Someone who is chosen. And someone who is embracing very intensely and deeply their femininity. I do feel that this person may study astrology or be into astrology, very connected to their heart space and their galactic center. A lover of animals. One who respects themselves and their spirit. The energy of 3 is the masculine, the feminine, and the divine. And I feel that this Empress is going through a phase that's making them stronger. This Ten of Swords is related to a Venus energy that's taking place. Where I do feel that the energy of Venusian power is increasing within this Empress here. But also, too, I feel like for you, there may have been a situation, too, as well, where there was a Ten of Swords between you and an Empress. And just take it as it resonates. You could be the Empress energy. Or you could be the Ace of Cups. I'm getting more of this being between you and an Empress energy, where there's a Ten of Swords energy. But I do feel that in you filling your own cup with this Ace of Cups and this new beginning, that you're connecting for sure to an Empress who is experiencing a Ten of Swords. All right, this is pretty deep. Let's see what the 4th card is. Counterpart also to the Emperor. We have the Ace of Swords. So this is that Ace energy that Empress is moving into. Just to get some perspective here. With this following the Empress, I'm going to put this here for a second, and then we'll move it in the formation I normally follow in. So just kind of looking, the Empress is in between sword energy here, where I feel that there's a working on living in truth. I feel that that Venus energy has been helping this Empress to come into that Empress energy, but to also help them to see how strong and powerful and wonderful they are. I feel like with the phase that's taking place, they're seeing the energy of, I would say, like the moon energy, and how that is cycling through. Like I feel like it's connected to the womb of this Empress here. And with the glow of the Venus, and then just seeing the circle that's connected to the cross to create the Venus symbol, that moon energy there is being embraced, it's being touched, and it's being felt and held on to. And I feel that this energy with the hands there being held by the Empress, that symbol, that energy as it's circling through the cycling, and coming out of the 10 into the 1, the cycling, that energy that is cycling, this gold energy is moving into this Empress here. It's like she's in between that zodiac circle there. And I'm also seeing a compass there too. But in between that, and then also holding this Venus symbol in front of her. So there's speaking to that layering energy, and then that 3 energy, and the connected overall energy. I'm getting to the womb. That belt over the Empress, I feel that that's a protected promise that's speaking to the ordainment and being chosen as far as one's purpose, and just how significant and special this Empress is. Not necessarily a chastity belt, but there's a very high level of specialness with this Empress here. And I feel that's a part of that Ace of Swords energy that's coming out with that truth and the purity. And just how this Empress, I feel, has not really been seen for their glory and what it is that they really have to offer, and who it is that they are. Where they may not have been seen like this Empress, I feel that this energy here is kind of resemblant of that, and being seen just as, I would say, not necessarily a regular individual, but someone who may also have appeared damn near invisible. And because of this 10 of Swords, you can see the difference, where we have darkness coming into the light, going through a dark night of the soul, busting through that, and coming out as this Empress here. And that being a part of their truth, being able to help them to live in truth and to be seen as the truth. And so we have 2 aces here that are aligned here with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. I feel this just kind of speaks to the enlightenment of one, and the empowerment and the newness that one is coming into. This Empress is coming into something new as well. So I feel that with that Ace of Cups presenting itself first, that there's been, with that feeling of one's cup and learning how to love oneself, that awakening taking place. Connecting with the Piscean, where I do feel it's this Empress energy here. And then coming into that truth. Being of that integrity. And this not being anything to mess around with or play with. This is a pretty deep reading here, where we do have 2 aces again, aligned with each other. More swords energy of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. But knowing the truth when it comes to this Empress here. And that no longer being like a false truth, breaking through the chain of the lies here, seeing this chain broken, where I feel that this, that covering of that sword, that I feel it was tied to that chain and it was keeping that sword of truth from being used. And in loving oneself, I feel like the truth has been discovered. Just as I said before, with that Ace of Cups taking place in the filling up of one's cup, it's the onset of other happenings that are taking place. It's like a triggering effect that's taking place because a change has been taking in one energy. We're all connected, and it's designed to help others to change as well and to go through change as well. So when one person makes a change within themselves, they're actually making a change and helping to make change with everyone, because we're all connected. Where it's almost like, you know, how do I want to say this? Like, it could be, like, the perspective of it could be seen as sad. And maybe that's why for so long, the changes that may have been seen and what was going to take place, the moves just were not made, because I feel that there were some who were seeing what would take place and didn't want to be the ones to step up to the forefront to make those moves, to see that, and to have others to feel through that and to go through that. But I feel that in not doing that, there's an experience that one was seeing where there was, I feel, things weren't getting better, but we're going the opposite way. And regardless of how it looks, going through something in order to get to something greater, it's totally worth going through that, rather than remaining in a particular place in the same way, in the same format, with the same pain and the same hurt over and over again. And that being a part of that truth. All right, the fifth card. And this energy is your fourth placement. This is the fourth house Cancerian energy. That's your energy surrounding that too, where I feel that's tying in with that Ace of Cups energy that I definitely am getting for you. We have Temperance here. So I do feel for some of you, this is speaking to the energy of a soulmate, very strong soulmate, twin flames for a lot of you. And this being a part of the journey, that Ten of Swords, in order to get to a Ten of Cups or a Ten of Pentacles energy. And with this Temperance card, I feel that this is just kind of speaking to the underlying of how the Ten of Swords actually works when it comes to soulmates, with that water and that fire energy. Seeing the Temperance angel here holding the cup of water and then holding the cup of fire. We have the cup, the Ace of Cups here at the beginning, and then we have the fire, and we also have the Empress, where I feel that this Temperance angel is very resemblant of this Empress here. And the Empress is, I feel like I'm seeing that planet behind the Empress's head, but I'm also seeing that as fire. I'm getting the energy of Mars. Mars being the ruler of Scorpio and Aries. And we also have kind of the same energies here, where I do feel that this is this Empress And, you know, with that energy of you and the water energy, I do feel that, you know, if you are seeing someone as an Empress where there's a Ten of Swords between you two, I feel that this Empress is the Temperance angel that is here. That again has gone through a Ten of Swords, that being the truth. And I feel for some of you, as it's almost like I'm getting, for some of you, you're filling your own cup, but you're connected to a Pisces. And the sadness that's coming in this is that your cup is overflowing, but for some of you, there's no sharing. And that being the truth. And this Empress continuing to light a fire to be that light in the life of this Ace of Cup energy here. And that being the awakening moment and the eye opener. If you're resonating as this Ace of Cups energy here, where I feel like this Empress is trying to make a statement, is staying strong in their power, and with each phase that they continue to go through, I feel like it just emblazons them and makes them even stronger. So whether or not the Ten of Swords is intentional, it's all a part of the design. And as this Ten of Swords takes place, it's like like instead of whoever it is that you're connecting with, instead of staying down, they rise up. They rise up as the Empress. They continue to stay in truth. I feel that they're also a shapeshifter. I just feel like this is like almost, because I'm seeing this like by itself. Like this is underneath it, but I'm not getting that these are connected. This is what I'm getting. I feel like this kind of just speaks for itself here, by itself. And this may be a part of that melancholy and that energy that I'm picking up on. And not, you know, this isn't a judgmental thing. No one's being put in a particular light. This is what I'm picking up on. But I feel like in that Ace of Cups and keeping that Ace of Cup within oneself, going through phases, going through that moon phase there, one's learning a particular lesson, and that most likely being the energy that I'm getting of that feeling of sadness and both happiness. Let's scoot this over so we can kind of fit all of these on here. And then we'll see what the last card is. Because we have sword, feminine, sword, feminine. And with that Cups energy being your energy again, I just feel that for some of you, there's this energy of a soul energy here. And in that energy and what one is experiencing with this Ace of Cup energy, it's helping one to become more aware of what is happening being in this Ace of Cup energy here. And I feel that being connected to a particular Piscean energy, but continuing to be in this Ace of Cup as you continue to move forward through moon phases here, this continues to happen for someone that you're connected to. So it could be too that you know that you're connected to someone as well, and you're seeing and getting the visual of what it is that they're experiencing and how they're transforming and coming even more strongly into their power, where you're seeing the power of this Empress here who continues to go through their journey like a boss, going through a Ten of Swords, coming out even stronger as this Empress, holding on to this Venusian energy and thriving through that, coming more into their power, I feel, as far as what it is that they do. Finally, I would say finally being seen for the purity that is within them and just how strong they are in their power, how they're chosen and destined, the way that they're able to manifest and shapeshift and to live in truth and be the truth, continue to be the truth. It may be something in particular that they do, I feel, possibly as far as dreams, being in your dreams or others' dreams. There's a specific energy that I feel is a very heightened energy from this feminine energy that you're connecting to. And again, take this as it resonates. You could be, I feel this, I'm getting masculine energy, feminine energy. But this all being representative of the feminine so far. And so with the Temperance, we have that breaking down to a 5. We did have that as the 5th card as well. So 5-5 could be significant. 5-5-5, as we have 5 cards, the energy of 5 there. And then I would say also to the breakdown of that 10 there with the 2 5s. And then I just seen another 5. This video is already 41 minutes. 4 and 1 is 5. So I think that just kind of speaks to the level of change that's taking place and the design purpose for this particular feminine. That not only are they an Empress, but they are a very divine angel who's able to alchemize, being the strength of all 4 queens, very strong in their Venusian power, how they're seen, how they're able to affect others and others' lives, what it is that they truly bring to the table, and just how magnificent and lovely, graceful, beautiful, strong, intelligent, giving, and awesome they are. Elevated, and they're ascending. The sunlight's right here. They're above the sunlight into the universe and the galaxy, alchemizing, having all the colors here of the rainbow there. Very blended and balanced and magical, making things happen, rising above the darkness here into the light and into the galaxy here. And that being a part of that Ace of Swords truth there as well. Let's see what the 6th card is. I just feel that this is someone that you have your eye on as well. If this is that Ace of Cups energy for you, you have a very strong soulmate and you're watching them. You're able to see them. I feel possibly to read their mind. Also, I would say maybe read their emotion. And this gets stronger also too with each moon cycle. But you're also seeing this for a reason. I feel that there's a preparation for the both of you, where seeing that Empress looking through that Venus symbol, she's also looking at you too. If that Ace of Cups is you. If you're the Empress, you're looking at a particular energy as well. Where it may appear, you know, that this Empress has their back. Like they could be nonchalant. They're giving off the energy that they're nonchalant, but they feel every single thing around them. That's behind them, that's through them. And I feel that that's a part of the working through their perspective as well, as to getting more in touch with what it is that they feel and coming out of this feeling of having that 10 of Swords, feeling like they're surrounded by that 10 of Swords. And healing from that, coming into that Empress energy. And living more and coming more into their truth and pure state, breaking the chains out of the falsities. Just becoming even more, it's just like an increase in power. The last card we have is the 10 of Wands. And I feel strongly about picking up another card because I do feel it's going to speak to the energy of this Empress angel here. But we have the 10 of Wands. So I feel that with each gaining of strength, there is a cycle. as we have the Ace of Cups here. And I think that this is just, it's wanting me to express this for a reason in this way. But I feel that overall, with the energy of this Ace of Cup here and just being in that Ace of Cup, and I would say watching, you know, follow your guidance and your intuition. But if you're being, I would say, you know, if you're being guided on something in particular, that I feel is a part of this process as well. And learning, not just in loving oneself, but realizing that, you know, in doing so, you're also helping to love others. And that being a part of some lessons here. Because I do feel that there is a little bit of withholding in seeing this Ace of Cups and that energy where I was getting a separation of these cards here. And so overall, in that withholding and then just kind of, I would say, watching and not necessarily moving or doing, we have this overall 10 of Wands here where I feel it's not just necessarily speaking to the energy of this feminine, but overall for everyone that's involved, because again, we're all connected. And that being a part of the eye-opening experience there as well. So 10 of Wands, I feel that with that being there, that's kind of speaking to the end of burdens and moving into something that is much newer. For the last few readings, the animals and the channelings were off the charts. I am seeing the family of deer that's present here. I'm also seeing a new moon here. And so with that new moon, I do feel that one is taking whatever it is that they have felt overwhelmed by. And they are, I feel they're transforming this energy as I'm seeing this energy moving west. But it looks like they're moving up a hill. I feel like there's a movement up a hill in transformation phase to take these wands and to transmute this energy into something positive, and then to be able to move forward and move east. Doing this, and I feel in the nighttime and transmuting, and then as one is transmuting, moving into the energy towards the sunlight, moonlight energy that is transformative. We have the red flowers here again too. Ten of Swords and Ten of Wands. So 10-10 could be significant. I would say especially for this Empress angel here. But, yeah. I feel mainly there's a feminine energy who is going through quite a bit, and this being the truth of what it is that they're experiencing or have experienced. Let's see what the bottom of the deck is here. We have the Ace of Wands. So for sure, we have the energy moving from that 10 breaking down overall to a 1, moving into that Ace of Wands beginning there. That new beginning that's being manifested and transmuted by this Empress energy and filling one's own cup. So not only do we have an Ace of Cups, but we have the Ace of Swords and an Ace of Wands. Which is more fire energy. You can see the moon here. Fire, fire. And I do feel that this is just a part of that cycling there. And how this Empress angel is continuing to work through. I do feel that with the alchemization and the transmuting of these 10 of Wands here, that they're bringing in this Ace of Wands for themselves and this new beginning here. Let's see what the next card is after the 10 of Wands here. The Hermit. And that's how this, and we have more light here. More light. This Empress angel is the light. I also feel it's that surrounding light there too. And being connected as a soulmate, part of that third eye energy there as well. And shining the light. We see the mountains here. There's a light on the snake here. I feel there's been a discovery. So what I'm picking up on is not something of the norm or what I was expecting. But, and we'll do this like this because this is how we did this. I feel that this Empress is wanting to shine a light on their story. And it's possible that this Empress angel is connecting to a Cancerian moon energy. And they're making their statement in your reading. So whether you're this Empress angel or not, again, just take it as it resonates. But I feel that they are shedding light with the cycling of what they're experiencing and what they've gone through. And using that energy of their light that they continue to build upon, going through cycling of 10 of Swords, staying in their, coming more in their power, staying strong in their power, and beginning to increase with each cycling through. Showing what it is and how it is that they do. And that nothing comes easy. Where it may have looked easy, but in between how one has come out shining, there's been things in between. This Empress angel is building something new. And in that building something new and creating something new, I feel that this is just kind of speaking to what it is they're creating after there's been an Ace of Cup, and that Ace of Cup wanting to stay as that Ace of Cup, and that being a part of that 10 of Swords, which has led to the onset of this journey and this path being shown and being lit, where this Empress angel, I feel, is shining light on the discovery of that snake energy, where I'm getting that snake energy being the energy of someone not sharing and continuing to fill their own cup. Hermit energy is Virgo energy. That's 9 energy, humanitarian energy there as well. This Hermit has traveled far and long. They've done a lot of work, and in that traveling, you can see that belt there. I would say, too, I'm hearing don't judge a book by its cover. Because this Empress may have come off looking like this Hermit here, may have been judged. And that being a part of that 10 of Swords there, too. And in that 10 of Swords, they have a glow up. And in that glow up, towards the end of that glow up here, we have that exposure. And being able to be in their power, so much so that they're able to shine a light even more on the truth. And as they continue to move forward successfully, that light shines even brighter, showing even more of what needs to be seen and what will be seen. All right, Cancer Moon. So, however this resonated for you, I hope that these messages were helpful. I would just say overall that, you know, if this Empress angel is in your life, I would just say to follow your instincts and your intuition, whether you are the Empress angel or the one here in this Ace of Cups energy. Listen to what your intuition is saying. It's never too late to do anything, and it never hurts to try. Continue to move forward in faith and love, and not in fear and worry. Know that in being connected, as within, so is without. And there's a very high importance on treating others how they want to be treated. The golden rule is very important. Yeah. There's a somber, it's like it's great to see the progress of this energy in this journey of this Empress angel here. But with the overall energy that I'm getting, it's just like, yeah. But there's always that energy of moving forward and finding success. Learning from lessons, seeing how things are, what they are, taking from that and doing the best with what we are given. And also, I would say too, being in the moment and being grateful for what it is that we have, how we're able to move around, enjoy life, and do things, and continue to be in greatness. So yeah, I would just say definitely to go within, listen to yourself, and listen to your heart and what it's saying, and move from there. Trust the process and trust the universe, and allow them to see you through. Whether you're this Empress angel or this Ace of Cups energy. So Cancer Moons, this was your reading. I thank you all so much for being here. I hope that these messages were helpful and enlightening and empowering. I hope that everyone had a wonderful holiday season, and I wish everyone a happy new year. I wish you all the very best, and until we meet again, I love you. Peace.